South Africans commemorate the 56th anniversary of the Sharpeville massacre today. On the 21st of March 1960, at least 180 black South Africans were injured and 69 killed when South African police opened fire on approximately 300 demonstrators. They were protesting against the pass laws at the township of Sharpeville near Vereeniging in the Transvaal. The day is hallowed on the national calendar as Human Rights Day. Celebrations will be held across the country, with President Jacob Zuma leading the national commemoration in King Williamstown in the Eastern Cape. According to the presidency, the highlight of the 2017 commemoration will be the honouring of the Black consciousness leader Steve Biko. This year marks 40 years since his murder.
This is a significant day for the people of this country, particularly for the liberation movement, both the PAC and the ANC, because as a result of this day, the nature of the struggle in this country changed. It marked the turning point of the struggle against apartheid and colonialism. So, and also the significance of today is that this site has now been declared national heritage. Now we are happy it will also be commemorated by the liberation movement together.
And we are lucky enough to be joined by Yanga and Ayanda from the Sipesake Youth Organization regarding human rights. A very good morning to you two. Thank you so much for joining us here on Morning Prime. Firstly, let's start with you. What does Human Rights Day mean to your organization, and how will you guys be remembering the Sharpeville massacre and for those who stood up for their rights?
Okay, first of all, we are saying as Sipesake Youth Organization from Uloyiko project, human rights should not be racialized. We must not only condemn and speak against them when they are only done by white people. During the apartheid, we condemned apartheid as a system. About 69 comrades were gunned down by apartheid government at Sharpeville. Today, we condemned it. It was wrong, and it was wrong. It should be condemned. But when a fellow African kills an African, we don't condemn. Like the issue of Mugabe. Mugabe killed about 220,000 civilians. No one spoke about it. It is kept quiet. It is swept under carpet. So we also should condemn such activities, such leaders, because today we are seeing Mugabe, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, as a leader, a role model. Hence, he have killed more than 20,000, and people are not talking about it. So we must condemn human rights violation, be it is done by a white person or a black person. So we are saying that today.
Indeed, you're saying to condemn that. Now, what will your organization be doing in order to commemorate today's events?
Well, today we will be marching from Berea Park to the City Hall, whereby we'll be having the speeches about the human rights. The march is young South Africans in solidarity with the Matabeleland Gukhurahundi victims, genocide Gukhurahundi victims, and it is also, we are uniting with the xenophobic victims. So we are commemorating, we are realizing our brothers that died for us during the Sharpeville massacres. But we are also saying, what do we have to do as young people to champion human rights? Hence, we came with these subtopics, and we have a theater play at Market Theatre at 4. The play will be outlining the violations of human rights that happened in Matabeleland from 1983 to 1987. That is known as Matabeleland genocide, popularly known as Gukhurahundi genocide. So this will be our line for today.
Wow, and what do you hope to achieve from the march, from the theatre play?
Well, we want to create awareness. Gukhurahundi genocide is not known. Robert Mugabe is a cold-blooded murderer, yet he is a president, he is walking free, and people are giving him standing ovation because they don't know the truth. If today Helen Zille tweets, or everyone blows out, but if Mugabe kills his fellow black countrymen, we keep quiet. We don't have to rationalize, as Young Mhluzi said. We have to call a spade a spade. We have to be fair. Human rights is calling for people to not be biased by any race or whatsoever. So we want to sensitize people about what happened in Matabeleland. And we don't see Robert Mugabe as a president or as someone that we must give him a standing ovation. He's a murderer. He must be arrested. He must be called to justice. Even today, the Matabeleland genocide issue has not been addressed. It has not, there is no justice for that. So we are realizing that, and we are saying to our fellow South African brothers, let us look abroad. The very same guys that we are killing during we do not want in the xenophobic attacks are the very same brothers that sacrificed for our freedom during the apartheid era. So we want that harmony, and we want to see an African, a future of Africa that is fair, and we want good role models for us. Those that are in front, like Robert Mugabe, have failed us, have failed our African state.
So you've mentioned the setbacks that we should be focusing on, the awareness that we need to be created. Nyanga, let's turn to you. Looking at how far we've come since 1960, how happy are you, or rather satisfied with South Africa's progress in the protection and the promotion of human rights?
I can say so far so good. But I want to encourage and I want to highlight on this, our government should not use, they are failing people. When they are failing, they try by almost to shift blame. Like you are seeing now, we are having xenophobic attacks because government is shifting blame, because they cannot condemn crime, they cannot arrest drug dealers. They say, is these foreigners who are selling drugs? It should be the matter of police to condemn such, not the civilians. And now, we are also having issues of tribal nepotism. Now they are saying, is these foreigners that are taking the job, yet they don't follow what is the cause of the matter. Like for example, in Cape Town, we're having a restaurant, Eastern Food Bazaar. It had about 98% of Xhosa working in the restaurant. Today, it is having 98% of Shonas working in the restaurant. And if you do research on them, they are siblings and they are friends. So that is a matter of tribal nepotism. It's the issue of government to attend to such, not civilian, because people, they tend to engage into xenophobic attacks because of the failure of government. Because government now is shifting blame. They say, no, guys, we want to deliver, but we cannot because of these foreigners. So government should not perpetuate xenophobic attacks. We condemn xenophobic attacks. If we condemn apartheid because it was done by a white person, we should also condemn xenophobic. We can't be, like Africans are not xenophobic, but it is government that is perpetuating the xenophobic attacks because they are trying to shift blame, because they failed to deliver. But I can say so far, South Africa have tried. South Africa is giving equal opportunities to everyone, be it you are a foreigner or you are a civilian.
Ayanda and Nyanga, thank you so much for joining us here on Morning Prime. We really do appreciate your time here this morning, and good luck with the march as well as the theatre play in commemoration for Human Rights Day.